Have you ever considered how a new invention, like the printing press or the internet, completely reshapes our world, changing not just what we do but how we organize ourselves and even what we believe? It seems like technology holds immense power to transform society, but can it fundamentally alter the very framework we use to understand these changes? Yes, technology can profoundly influence society within the framework of historical materialism, but it does not alter the core theory itself. Instead, technology is understood as a critical component that drives the changes predicted and analyzed by historical materialism, particularly by impacting the productive forces of society. It acts as a powerful catalyst, shaping the trajectory of historical development without invalidating the fundamental principles. Historical materialism, as developed by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, proposes that the primary driver of historical change is the way societies organize their economic production. This framework centers on two key elements: the productive forces and the relations of production. Productive forces include things like tools, machinery, raw materials, and the knowledge and skills of the laborers. The relations of production, on the other hand, describe the social organization surrounding this production, such as property ownership, labor division, and class structures. Technology is an integral part of these productive forces, constantly evolving and, in doing so, creating tensions with existing relations of production. When these productive forces develop to a point where they can no longer be contained by the old relations of production, revolutionary changes in society occur, leading to new economic and social systems. To analyze the impact of technology through a historical materialist lens, we must examine how a new technology changes the way things are produced and who controls that production. Start by identifying the specific productive forces enhanced or created by the technology. Then, consider how these changes necessitate new ways of organizing labor and ownership. For instance, the transition from artisanal workshops to large factories, driven by steam power and new machinery, profoundly reshaped class relations, leading to the rise of the industrial working class and the capitalist class, a clear example of technological change driving social transformation within the materialist framework. It is important to understand that historical materialism is not a form of technological determinism, which suggests technology alone dictates society. Instead, it views technology as operating within a social and economic context, influencing and being influenced by human agency and class struggle. Marx and Engels themselves observed how the steam engine and the power loom transformed feudal agrarian societies into industrial capitalist ones, showing how new productive capacities create new social formations. The theory also highlights how changes in the economic base, heavily influenced by technology, eventually lead to shifts in the superstructure, which includes legal systems, political institutions, culture, and ideologies. For example, the rise of digital technologies has created new forms of work, changed global supply chains, and spawned discussions about data ownership and intellectual property, all of which reflected tensions between advanced productive forces and existing social relations. Ultimately, understanding how technology fits into historical materialism allows us to analyze societal evolution not as an arbitrary sequence of events, but as a dynamic process driven by the interplay between our capacity to produce and the social structures we build around that production. It highlights technology's crucial role as a transformative agent, propelling historical transitions and shaping the very foundations of human society.